No, this is fun. I'm getting to enjoy this. I used to do this so much, but again, this is not about what was. This is about now, and the time is now. And I like the idea of Take a Heart, really. I just actually made a live video for the Facebook group for the people in Africa, and it's really, yeah, wow, love there is. Everybody is in love. Is in love. Everybody's in need of love. What is that song by Stevie Wonder? The world in need of love today, right? Absolutely. We all know that. We all know that. But again, the doing it, the living it, that's also something that's really greatly missing. There have been many books written about that. And again, like when I studied about personal development in the mid-90s, and here also in Germany, there's so many teachers, right? There's so many books written and workshops you can go to in different ways and means, But ultimately, that's really what's needed, what's missing, and that's what I'm trying to draw attention to here, is really the practice, the everyday practice in every moment of your life. That's the key. That's really the key. Is you learn by doing. You learn by doing. Anyway, I'm trying too much. Less is more. And actually, I was thinking to myself, it makes this a little bit longer. When I go live, eventually, there will also be some. We have some guests. We love guests. I love guests. The Now Show loves guests. As we are. To really have a dialogue. Also, when I just shared the message with the Facebook group, which actually the people in Africa, is about communication. That's how we build community. But the people there are not communicating. That's the problem. And when they're talking at each other, and many times also they're talking bad about each other. And that is definitely not communication, and that's definitely not love. So, but they're learning, and then they're learning as I'm also there to. They need to be reminded, and they need to be shown that first of all. They need to be shown love, and so that's a great task. Especially as I created the Hearts Group for almost a decade now. I've started meeting almost a decade ago. Yeah, right. 10 years ago, I met somebody, the first person in Ghana on a refugee camp. And since then developed this huge network. And the Hearts Group on Facebook has almost 3,000 members. Actually, I can even start doing that now. To invite some new members to the group. Maybe I can even, I cannot go closer here, but I can show you that here. I can do that. We can do many things, We're great. We're here. This is the studios of Realize to Actualize, the studios of Kinding. The Now Show. Absolutely. So check this out. Going here on a little bit of a flight. Flight sequence 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh, look at this. We can fly. It's amazing, huh? It's amazing. Oh, damn. Look at this guy. Oh, my gosh. Figure out a way somehow here to balance that. There you go. It's too bad that I can't get closer. A little closer, of course I can. There's always a way. There's always a way. All right. So this here is the Hearts Group. We have the idea, take a heart, it's for people to unite in Africa. It's really an amazing thing. Yeah, I just posted a live video, and these are here some of my friends' invites. I think I have 18 now, 17. These are all people from Africa. So I need to accept them, confirm. I can actually just show you. Yeah, we have here now 2,964. This is like a video from he's actually a pastor, which I'm not really liking so much. He's preaching the gospel and preaching, of course, it's very, very strong there. You know? But it's still, this one is very nice because you also could see some children dancing. Yeah, this is Africa. This is Kenya. This is Kenya. Look at that. Let's wait for the children there. It's pretty amazing. And to make impact in communities like that, wow, that is really, really great to be able to do that, you know. And so I appreciate also you getting involved in that because I cannot do this on my own. We don't have any sponsors yet because people are still, you know, and we're not really even registered here in Germany. And we're not really known, but we have a great potential. We have great people. You know, but we need support and we need some financial support, that's for sure. You know, we need to re-register as a group. We have projects, many projects we want to get involved in, you know, to also start a school, a vocational school in Liberia. You know, we have people there who want to teach, you know, so there's a great potential, you know. So take a heart, appreciate that, you know. And Hearts appreciates that. So I can show you another video here. But this is from this, I love that. I told them also, you know, as a project that people always ask me that to do a project, you know, and send money to do a project. I say, would be a great project. You don't even need no money for that. Just get a couple of people in your community to get together in Africa, the Hearts members, and make something like that. I think that's very, very cool. I don't know where you can see that, but yeah. Because it all comes really from effort, you know, it shows like, you know, the love in your heart. It shows your love. That's why I like the idea, take a heart, is really put your heart into it. Put your heart into it. And so, yeah, that's what we're here to do. That's what I'm here to do. That's why I'm actually here, you know. Because it is, I remember when I used to have this Pal Talk group, you know, and every day many people came there. And I was there every day active in the group. It's a lot of work. Oh my gosh, it is a lot of work. Actually, I'm just talking about work. They're right here. There you go. It is a lot of work, but work it really is the key. You know, this is a little dark here, so I'm going to move again. Yep. Yeah, it is work. It is work, and that's real work. It's not the work in terms of the job we do. You know, we all learn, we all do function in certain jobs. We of course all make it about money and look for money to make money in the system, right? But that's really the problem. You know, the machine, you know, which we all serve, and we're all trying to get somewhere, and we all have become money hungry. I see that within myself. Well, that's a different story with me, you know. I mean, after I've been homeless for a while and still struggling financially, and I've actually been struggling my entire life. You know, my own fault, of course, you know. But, well, fault is my own responsibility. I don't like the idea of fault. I don't think this is about fault. I don't think this is about blame. I think this is about responsibility. To be responsible for the life that we ourselves have created, for the world that we ourselves have created. And we all have created the world the way it is together. We have co-created this world the way it is. With all the war and all the suffering and all the poverty and all the pollution, we all are responsible. And so it's really time. Now is the time. Absolutely, now is the time. That's why I love the idea of the Now Show. Hey, there's another me. Look. Yeah, we have some fun here too. Actually, you know, we need to do more of that. I'm myself, That's why I like the idea of learning, teacher of learning. I've given myself that title, because as you share and talk about your experiences, it's a way of teaching what you have learned. You share what you know for yourself. So you're a teacher, but as you're teaching, as you're sharing this, you're also learning. You're becoming more aware. And especially when you start listening to other people, you become aware. And that's, the kind of learning, which I think is really necessary, so we can come together, so we can learn each other, so we can really get to know each other, so we can understand how we can work together, how we can help each other, how we can unite, how we can overcome our differences, our arguments, how we can move beyond that. We can make it perfect, Well, perfect, what is perfect actually? It's just be perfectly human, perfectly imperfect. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. But the only way we can be who we are if we allow others to be who they are. That's, right. We only can love people. Love is only possible if I allow you to be the way you are. Love is only possible if I accept you the way you are. Then we say, oh, I want this for your own good. That's why I'm being so critical, or being so judgmental, and we evaluate each other, but I think we all are teachers because we all teach what we have learned. We all are that, so it's really about learning each other, through which really we get to know ourselves. And that's really also what Take a Heart is about, So when you argue, take a heart, don't argue. Be reasonable, don't be unreasonable. Take a heart. Be loving. Love is the way. This is also the thing from jumping from relationship to relationship and looking for the perfect person. You can love everyone. And love is really like being there. If your love is only as long as this other person is doing certain things for you and rubs you the right way, then that's not really love. Through love also we change. Naturally, it's not like I want you to change because I see things in you that I don't like. See, that's not love. Love is we growing together, and that's something in the personal relationship. That's how it is, but that's how it is also how it's supposed to be. How it's supposed to be for us human beings in our societies. That's how our societies, our communities should grow from the heart. And that's something I want for myself, but as I want that, I need to be that. That's also the journey home. That's where the journey leads, right? To your own heart. From the Wizard of Oz, those three characters who were going to the wizard to look for what they were looking for, but then the wizard reminded them, hey, you had that already. The wizard didn't even exist, so nobody. The idea is nobody can give that to you. There's no teacher, there's no preacher, there's no sponsor for those in Africa who can do that for you. Nobody. Only you can do this for yourself. You need to take a heart. It's wrong. And I've helped a few people, actually quite a few over the years, personally with my little money. Then also sponsored a few group projects, but I helped a few individuals a few times. They still keep coming to me, and they still keep begging for me and doing, and please give and please help and please help. And I'm like, that's wrong. You need to learn. That's really what heart is about. So you need to take a heart. And I'm here also to hold up that mirror. I've come to find when people send negative energy or people just trying to take something from you and act as if like, oh, if you were nice, you would help me, right? And then they're trying to make you feel bad. I'm holding up that mirror. I'm like, oh, that's you. That's not love. That's not nice. That's not me. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what a father is, to just give and give. And the children always come when there's a problem. Again, I'm speaking here mainly about the situation in Africa with hearts. So that's something really interesting, though. Take a look at that. If you're on Facebook, please join us there. It's really amazing. And also on WhatsApp. We're also on WhatsApp. And it's really amazing to be in direct contact with people there. It's really, really great. When you speak to people, you feel also their energy, because ultimately I also tell them that money is energy. But it's not about money. The point is not about you getting money, me sending you money, rather, when you have a problem, so you can get medication, or you can get money for your rent, or you can buy some food. I mean, that's not a solution, right? This is just taking, and there's no end to it. So you need to really take heart. People in Africa need to take a heart. That love is really not about just take. And you always come, and people are not doing anything. Even those people who then always come to me, they haven't been active. They cause problems in the group. They accuse others and blame others in the group for not doing right. I'm like, that's not love. So please take a heart. Take a heart. Be considerate. I love you. I love everyone. And you on YouTube, whoever's watching that, I love you. And you need to know you are loved. And you are love. We all are love. We just have learned, to feed off on something many times, or we're very sensitive to that. Also, of course, when we meet somebody and we fall in love with that person, or we really like that person for whatever reason, we are very sensitive to that. It can happen just like that. But just like that, also, it can happen that we meet somebody, or somebody even we know and we like, they say something, or they even look at us a certain way, or whatever. Something happens, and we get very pissed and very angry. And then very hostile, very aggressive. So I always ask myself, what's up with that, right? Where does that come from? And is that, how does love fit in here? What is love? So that's something worth thinking about. Totally, and worth becoming aware of. You can see that within yourself. You can check yourself when you get upset sometimes, when something ticks you off. Be it some person, or you got stuck in traffic, or somebody cut you off there, or somebody talked over you, or argue with you, whatever it is, you get upset. Think about that. Self-mastery is really also something, I think that's kind of like the goal, that we are able to control ourselves, and to just be that love, and to not give into the lower vibrations of when people give us shit, so to speak, for the lack of a better expression. Anyway, so take a heart. I appreciate you. I love you very much. Again, this is new. This is now. And this is just beginning. We're making history. We are making history. His story. It's also her story, right? But it's a story that we write as we communicate. That's really where it starts. As we think. That's where it starts. There's so many people who say we need to abandon thoughts. Thoughts are not good. Thoughts are keeping us. Thoughts are about the past. Thoughts are about experiences, and they hold us back from. And I'm like, no. Real thoughts are like, now we think. As you really listen to somebody, and you hear what they're saying, you think about what they say. As you speak, you think about what you want to say. You think about what's on your mind. Without thought, as you express them to others, even if I just express them, on YouTube here to the camera. And sure, later some people will watch that eventually, but even if I just speak to myself, if you write down thoughts, that's how you get the process started. If you express them, if you hold them within, nothing changes. That's how you create awareness. Sharing your thoughts, to become aware of your thoughts, to give your thoughts direction. And so I'm here also to create a community online, also with personal meetings and group discussions and group workshops, but also physical groups here in Germany. A community of people who can really explore that and have real conversations, real communication. Also on Paltalk, which is something very valuable. These are great tools. Even though lots of chit chat and people just arguing there, using or abusing that as an outlet to just get their own power, ego, satisfied, and just talk, but not really listen. There are some good, relatively good rooms, but many people there are also about power. This is about empowerment. Something I've learned that is very important. It's about the inner power. It's not the power over people. Forget that. That's the old consciousness of the dying world. Mother Earth, who's a breathing organism, the human being have really abused it in a horrible way and created everything Even with all the, not only just the wars, with all the storms, and all the eruptions, and all the climate change and all of that, and all the starvation, we have created that. There's no enemy we need to fight, we need to come to the realization, right? Same in your own life. There's no enemy in your life. There's nobody around you, but we all fight our own wars, don't we? With the people in our lives, things we don't like about that, things we don't like about ourselves, and maybe bad habits we had for years, we're still struggling there, and people are struggling. And I'm like, this is the end of our struggle. Now is the time. The time is now. The time is now. So I welcome you to that again. I appreciate you. I'm going to say bye-bye right now. Hope you appreciated that. Still don't have any live viewers, but it doesn't really matter, because this is, I like that live. I one of my posts, I put that on Facebook. I said live now on Pell Talk, live. So I'm live now, but it also means live now. On Pell Talk, when you communicate, you really come to life. When you really experience something really, really amazing, if you get involved in that, I promise you, I guarantee you, amazing things are going to happen. Like also, if you want to, with your German, for example, I also have, I'm a language coach, communications coach, getting people also really to think in another language, to really communicate, to really listen. It's not about rules, really. It's not about grammar at all. I don't use it at all. It's just like examples. It's just like making sense out of it, the other language, or also making sense out of the questions that you have in life about things that you want to understand, things that you want to learn. How to communicate maybe better with people, how to be more patient, how to be more understanding, how to really know more about who you really are and what you really want in life. Many times we're just arguing over things because we human beings know what we don't want. And when we don't get what we want, we argue, we complain when things are not the way we want them to. But we don't really know what we want, because we're just going along with what is. So this is again something new. This time. Now time. We are now time. I appreciate you. I love you. My name is Christoph. Hope you again. I think you appreciated that. If you're still watching, or if you actually have watched that, I'm sure you appreciated that. And if you don't, hey, don't worry about it. It's all good. This is free, like the best things in life. Which is also my website, kindding.com. The idea that the best things in life aren't things like, well, time actually is also there, of course. But love. It's not something outside that we look in another person, right? It's a way of being that, because we are love. And we need to be love. Same with peace. That's the way. Freedom. We are free. We're born free. We just have become unfree. So now we're here to remember this and a few other things. About how to, create change, how to, become the future, how to be in the future, so to speak, how to be the future, instead of just like the same thing over and over. And I mean, that's how we all are. Let's be honest. We all look for something positive. We all look for something better. Be it the vacation, be it the pay raise, be it the new girlfriend or boyfriend, or the new dress we buy, the new pants we drive by, or whatever, or the fun event we're going to, or the party we're going to, or Christmas, or whatever it is, We learn, we've been programmed that way. That all keeps us from being now. So again, welcome now. This is here to remind you of that. It's kind of like really kickback atmosphere. Also, if you want to call in and talk to me, or be here even just ask a question, it's very, very cool. Very relaxed, but it's also very, very profound, because we're really going deep. I can go deep. Because it's really convert. Philosophy is not just, of course, I think philosophy is very important in that we all live our own philosophy. We all live what we have learned. And out of this, our philosophy, our mindset, our ideologies have formed our worldview. This is our philosophy, right? So it's really about becoming aware of that. For yourself, what's your philosophy? How do you think of yourself? How do you think of this world? What do you think in general? What are your thoughts? How can you then develop those thoughts in order to actualize yourself? And that's really the practice. The second part of realize to actualize is really how you actualize. Actualize yourself. Realize to actualize. To know something is one thing. That's really where it starts. That's key. Knowledge is power. You know that. But it's real knowledge. It's not book knowledge. It's not this intelligence, what we look at that here, define that here in our societies. This is real knowledge. Knowledge of self. Knowledge of the truth. That's the first part. But then it's about the putting this into practice, the living that. And that's the second part of realize to actualize. Be it. That's the practice. And I invite you to that practice. Online, in this video, in future videos, in online meetings with people on Paltalk or through YouTube or Facebook. You can also have chats there on WhatsApp. Also in person here in Nackenheim, Germany, a small town between Mainz and Worms, close to Frankfurt. Wherever you are, or on the telephone or Skype, I'm just a Skype away. Set a time, I'll be very, very happy to speak to you. There's much that you can learn. There's much that you can do if you want for things to change in a certain way. But it's not just really about what you want. It's really about also understanding, and I'm here to really help with that, to help you understand who you really are. I mean, we human beings have forgotten that. We already knew exactly who we were when we came into this world. Children know that, 100%. They know exactly who they are. They were very true, very real, very honest, very sincere, very genuine. We all were that at one point when we came into this world, before we were conditioned, before we were programmed, before we became part of the story that we were told. History that repeats itself. Those in power always existed, and playing human beings against each other like we're dummies. And like we're not dummies. We're human beings, we're spiritual beings, we're children of God. Take a heart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. This is from my heart to your heart. So take a heart. Also for the Hearts group, would love for you to get involved in that. Not just for you to donate a little money, which would be great, even $10 or $20 here and there, maybe even a little more. That'll be wonderful. But it's not about money. It's about donating time, donating expertise, helping us to register Hearts, for example, here in Germany, and start a campaign, start even a fundraising event, even here in Nackenheim. I would love to do that, invite some people for that, make it really great. But that takes work. And also my effort as community builder. This is really community outreach. I'm reaching out to you because I need your help with that. I cannot do this on my own. I have been on my own basically for a very, very long time, to be honest. But I learned a lot during that path. Ever since I was a child and how I was, and how life then led me to America, to the situation where I became part of a whole new culture and lived there as father and husband, and in a situation that was really so extremely difficult. But then again, I came across this ideology, which is really the foundation of all of that. Really, self-development is also about the American way, which is communication, entertainment, also. Kind of like. Yeah, it's like a talk show, but in a very, not just in a chitter-chatter like another talk show, chit-chat, blah, blah, blah. There's a point here. And the point actually is for us to recognize, for you to recognize, for you to know, and then to just be that. With that, you can be totally free yourself from any problems, from any difficulties in your life, for any sorrows, for any disappointments and frustrations. These things we hold within ourselves. Totally free yourself from that. I mean, I'm saying that because guess what? I'm learning this myself, because I'm learning how to apply all of that, which I've really learned for years. And as I'm really now starting to talk about that, I'm actually also going to write about it, and then I'm going to manifest it. And that's really how it works in life. So what we know, we are what we know. And with our thoughts, we create our world. So let's create a new world. I'm excited. I'm very excited to be here. I appreciate your time. Almost half an hour. Wow, it was time well spent though. I enjoyed that. I hope you as well. Leave me maybe a comment here. It would be great. Just send me a message, realize2actualize@gmail.com. Or I'm just a Skype away, also realize to actualize. And that would be great to talk. Thank you so much, and much love from Germany. Thank you. And again, take a heart. Thanks.